What is good, YouTube? It is another day of me starting out the video for today at the gym. Today is day 290. It is Friday. It is 12:56 p.m. We're about to leave here in a minute. I told y'all yesterday I got to work a 9 to 1 shift, and then I got to come back 4 to 8. But like I said, man, I'm about to head out, so I guess I'll talk to y'all later, man. I just wanted to go ahead and make a little intro for today's video. Like I said, 2 shifts today. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Hit another 40 hours this week, which will be good. Should be getting my paycheck for this week next Wednesday, so that'll be very nice. But anyways, guys, let's finish up this work shift. We'll probably get headed back to the house, and then we do have to get headed back here at 4 o'clock. We are now back home from our first work shift, everyone, and I'm hoping that tomorrow we can get our new glass display lights. So I ordered them from Amazon. They said that they're supposed to be coming in tomorrow, which should be pretty good. I feel like they're going to make my figures look absolutely crazy, man. I really do have a lot of Hot Toys now. I have one on each shelf. You know, I told y'all maybe in the future we could be getting 2. And then I ordered the other 2, which will go at the top. We'll do some reorganizing and all that good stuff. But like I said, man, yesterday we got the Hot Toys Mandalorian, Hot Toys Boba Fett, and then the display lights will also be coming in. But that's a pretty good shot right there, isn't it? Let's see. Something like that. But, hey, man, I really do like one on each shelf, you see. Sorry about the glare from the window, you see. I like to keep the window open for lighting and all that stuff. But if y'all can see, man, we got a lot of good characters. I told you I'm going to have these 2 shelves are going to be all Marvel. And then these 2 are going to be all Star Wars once we get them in, which should be very, very good. I think I'm going to try to put Darth Vader at the top here, then move General Grievous over. And I'm going to keep Thanos here. Then I think I'm going to put probably Loki up there. I'm trying to keep my 2 tallest characters, you know. Loki's got these, like his crown of horns, you see. It's almost about to hit the top of the shelf right there. So I'll probably put him at the top there. But, hey, man, anyways, like I said, we got the second shift at 4 and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to show y'all the collection, man, before we put in the new glass display lights and get the Hot Toys and all that good stuff, you know. I actually do have to ship off something. So I told y'all we sold the Infinity Gauntlet. I think we shipped it off on Monday. And then I would need to sell the Galactus popcorn bucket, the Miles Morales mask, the Boba Fett mask, and then the Star-Lord blaster. I sold this Darth Maul double-bladed lightsaber for like $12. That's not bad, man. It's just like a cheap little plastic lightsaber, you see. And I don't even really want it, you know. It's just, let's go ahead and put that up. Because I have, like, good lightsabers that I could play with instead of, like, that plastic one will break if me and, like, my brothers mess with it or play. But we got the dark saber. You'll see. Very cool. You could play with. It's pretty sturdy lightsaber. And then also we got two other lightsabers here, you know. Me and my brothers, we actually, like, play with, like, my collectibles. We usually come in my room. The bed would just be, like, the main, like, kind of like, we almost use it as like a fighting base kind of thing. And then we fight all around here. Like, it's crazy, man. I usually don't record none of that. But it's funny. Like, we'll have my other 2 brothers fighting over here. I'm fighting over here. We're playing with lightsabers and wear a mask, you know, just being kids, you know. Sometimes we even get the Thor's hammer down, the Nano Gauntlet over there. Usually the battles end where somebody has to snap to win. And all that good stuff. We use the Captain America shield, so like my movie props, man. We actually like use them and play with them. You know, I told you I just decided to get rid of some of them. 1, because I wanted to move all my Hot Toy boxes over here next to the actual Hot Toys, and 2, I wanted to move the helmets over here, and I just really didn't want any. And some of the ones that we had, we weren't even really messing with, and you know, they hold a lot of value. Like most of these helmets and stuff, you can like wear, of course, because they're mask and helmets. But some of the stuff, like I said, the ones that I'm wanting to sell, like the Boba Fett mask, it just doesn't really fit. It's just kind of for show. I already have a regular Spider-Man mask, so I don't really want the Miles Morales one. And then the Galactus popcorn bucket, you know, it just kind of sits there. And then the blaster doesn't really do nothing. You know, if we're going to play with something, it's funny because I'm about to be 20 years old and I'm playing with toys. But, I mean, hey, as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, hey, man, you can't hate on me for that. But like I said, man, we have a great time and all that, but we do got to go drop off this lightsaber before we head off to the second shift. So, but yeah, guys, let's pack up this lightsaber and we'll get headed out pretty soon. Okay, so right before we pack up our package, it's actually kind of funny. So I've been keeping all my extra boxes here instead of in the storage room in there. I just keep all my extra boxes and packages here. And there was a box that I had here. Look at how perfect this is to ship off the lightsaber. Can y'all see this? Look, of course I'll put some wrapping paper in there, but that fits right there perfectly. But hey man, I just wanted to show y'all. That's pretty cool right there. What is good, guys? This is y'all's first time actually seeing me in today's video. But I tell y'all what, this is another just random thought, but I've been playing a lot of Xbox and video games recently. Like almost every single night for like the past week, I've been playing with one of my my friends from church. I'm pretty sure he watches my videos, so what's up, John, if you're seeing today's video. But hey man, what's y'all's, if y'all are watching today's video, which obviously if you're on the video you're watching, y'all make sure to comment, what is y'all's favorite video game right now? My favorite is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Y'all know me, big Star Wars fan, man. And it's probably my favorite game right now. You know, it's kind of just like a PvP game. You could use like different heroes, this and that. But hey man, if y'all want to, make sure to comment y'all's favorite video game in the comments for today's video. Well, everyone, if y'all can see, we just got my car back, man. I know it's just random, we're kind of out of the blue, but we're getting some gas right now. If y'all can see, I'm just gonna put like 30 in the tank because I'm running a little bit low on gas. But yeah, man, I wrote my $500 check for the deductible. The insurance covered the rest. You know, that's just a blessing right there. But later I will show y'all everything that's got done. You know, I told y'all that this whole side, like right here, was like all busted up and this and that, but they fixed it. But I'm pumping gas right now, so I'm not really gonna go around and do like a whole bunch for my car. But anyways, we're gonna finish up getting this gas, and I gotta head to Walmart to go get some oil to put in the car because it's running low on that too. So let's finish up getting the gas. All right, guys, so we are in the Walmart right now. Like I said, I just put like $30 into my gas tank, almost got a full tank, you know what I mean. But we got to get some oil for the car. So this right here is what we got: the Castrol Edge high mileage. I looked up online what kind of oil my car takes. The 2009 Honda Accord 5W20 is what it said. I called Dad. He said high mileage is the best. It's like 28 bucks, you know. So hey man, I had to spend $60, but I'm glad that I got my car back. You know, I told you I dropped off the $500 check for the deductible, and I put 30 in the tank for gas, and I put 30 to this, basically 30 for this oil. But hey man, just spent $560 today. But I was saying, man, it's good working them hours more because I can just get stuff that I need. But anyways, y'all, we gotta head to work. I think we might go get some food, and then we're gonna head to the post office, drop off the package, and then we should be getting headed off for the 4 to 8 work shift. Since we are in the Walmart right now, I decided to, of course, stop beside the collectibles. You know, even if I'm into like hot toys and movie props, and if I'm not really into the old stuff I used to like buy here, I still want to come by and check, you know. So my brother, he's into these Marvel Legends series. Y'all remember I used to collect these. So I'm not gonna get in today, but I want to go on a little shopping trip for my family and all this and that. So I think I'm gonna try to get him like 2 of these, like brand. They're about 30 bucks each. And I don't really know which characters he likes, but I'll probably just ask him which ones he wants, honestly. Like I said, between $50 to $60 is what I'm looking to spend for like him, and then parents and this and that, grandparents, all that good stuff. And anyways, but like I said, man, it's crazy how you get into certain stuff and you get into just new stuff. You know, I used to be heavily into like these kind of Black Series characters, and then the Marvel Legends series. I used to be into Legos, Funko Pops, this and that, but now I'm really just focused on like the hot toys. You know, I'm even selling some of my movie prop things. But hey man, like I said, you get into one thing, and then who knows, tomorrow you might be into the next. But anyways, I might do a little bit more looking around, and then yeah, pretty cool little shopping trip though. They have some new figures. I've never seen these two, or I've never seen this one or this one. All right, guys, heading down the road now for the post office and then work. I'm not really too hungry right now, so I might maybe in the middle of my shift, you know, go get something to eat, maybe around like 5 or 6 o'clock. Who knows, man? But like I said, y'all, I'm ready to go Christmas shopping and all the good stuff. But I got the oil there. I'm gonna put the oil into the car right whenever I get to the gym. There's a lot of cars up there, if y'all can see right there. It must be, it's about rush hour, you know, it's about 4 o'clock. You know, people are getting off work about 4 or 5, something like that. But I'll tell y'all what, man, I'm not buying anything for a while for my collection. I told y'all we ordered the 2 hot toys, and then we ordered the glass display lights. That was like $700 there. And then I also just spent about another $600 today on gas, and then the oil, and then I paid the $500 deductible for my car. So I spent like $1,300 in the past 2 days, which I mean, it's fine, you know, as long as I have money put back and all that. But I'm not buying any more collectibles for a while, you know. I told y'all that once before we go Christmas shopping, I'm looking at, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm looking at about a $200 to $300 budget for everybody combined this and that. I feel like that's a relatively good price, you know, between $20 to $50 per person. I mean, to each their own. Some people, they'll spend thousands of dollars on each other, but hey man, Christmas isn't about how much you give as long as you give something, you know. It's the thought of giving and all that good stuff. You know, I enjoy shopping for Christmas, like family and friends, this and that. But anyways, let's get headed to the post office and to the gym. And once we get to the gym, like I said, I will be putting that oil into the car, and I might leave on my I might leave about halfway through the shift to go get some food. But hey man, I'm not buying any more collectibles for a while. Like I just stated a couple seconds ago, that I ordered the 2 hot toys and then the glass display lights. That'll be good for me. I'll have 1 hot toy in each of my shelves, and that'll be fair for now, you know. Maybe in the future once we save up a little bit more money, you know. But that's the thing about collecting, man. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, you know. Like if you're collecting, especially stuff I have, like the real expensive, like $200 to $300 action figures, some of them are even up to like $400, you know. It takes time, you know, but it really is worth it, man. You know, there's nothing, I feel like you can never go wrong with buying stuff, you know what I mean? Stuff will always hold some sort of value. But like, all right guys, let me get headed down the road now. We're at the gym now, everyone. We're about 2 hours into our shift. I'm about to leave to go eat me some Chick-fil-A. I ended up spending $14. I just placed my order. I got me 4 chicken tenders, a large fry, got me a large Sprite, a medium cup of macaroni and cheese, and then a cookie, man. That's a lot of food right there. Of course, man, redeem me some reward points. But I ended up spending like $14 or something total. But hey, man, let's get headed out, and then we'll be returning to finish off the last 2 hours. So, guys, before we leave to go get our Chick-fil-A, I wanted to show y'all the new car. So if y'all remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we hit the deer and this whole side was just destroyed. But this looks pretty good, man. Look how shiny the headlights look compared to the old side over here. It looks a little bit, I mean, they don't look that bad. It just looks a little bit like dusty and all that. But you can kind of tell the difference between left and right, obviously. But hey, man, I'm happy to get my car back and all that. I ended up putting all the oil in there, put the whole tub, man, which is pretty good, you know. The black wheels do look pretty good. Me and my dad did the wheels about like 6 months ago and all that. Maybe future thing we could do is maybe paint the car. You see it's got a little bit of peeling and all that. But anyways, guys, what's up to y'all right there? Let's get headed on the road and go get our not our Zaxby's, our Chick-fil-A. We just picked up the Chick-fil-A, everyone. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a little food review, I guess you could say. Or just showing off my food. So we got the Sprite there. I don't know why the lid's coming off. Got the large Sprite. The cookie. Gonna be very, very good there. We got 4 chicken strips. We got some macaroni. And then we got some fries. Hey, man, I'm gonna eat all this. We also got the Chick-fil-A sauces. With the fork, of course. Let me see. We got 4 Chick-fil-A sauces to be exact. It's gonna be good, man. I got like a whole setup here, plus my my laptop. But hey, man, I'm gonna eat good, man. That's all I know. It is 8 o'clock now, everyone, and I tell y'all what, man, it is glad to have my car back. Hey, man, we're about to be heading out now. Like I said, man, 8 hours today, 9 to 1, and then 4 to 8, which is pretty good right there. Our last work day of the week will be tomorrow on Saturday. I got the 10 to 3. That'll be 40 total hours, man. You know, I told you I've really, really been enjoying, you know, working full-time. Also, while doing college full-time, you know. I don't really have, like, a lot of, like, extra time to, like, go places or, like, do things, you know what I mean? But, I mean, hey, man, I could save a little bit of money for, like, future things that I want or future things that I need. And then also, you know, I can get all my schoolwork done. Like, that's what I've been doing mostly all day today, is just sitting on the computer and all that. But yeah, guys, let's get headed back home. I told y'all tomorrow I should have my new glass display lights coming in. So about at 3:30 or 4, once we get home from work, I will be putting my new lights up, and that'll be pretty good. And then hopefully within the next week, I'll get my 2 new hot toys. You know, then I'll have, I'm not gonna say a complete hot toy collection, but I'll at least have every single spot on my shelves will be filled for hot toys. So I'll have 20 hot toys total, man. That's crazy. And like I said, y'all, hot toys run for about anywhere from $200 to like $400 each. It's pretty crazy, you know, depending on the ones that you get. I think my most expensive one that's worth the most right now, or the most that I paid for one, was the Anakin. I paid $400 for my Anakin Skywalker one. And then that's my most expensive for Star Wars, which was about $400. My most expensive for Marvel, I believe, was my Deadpool. I paid about $360 for the Deadpool. Man, like I said, though, they're so worth it, though. You know, everybody's into their own thing, whether you want to collect toys or you want to put a whole bunch of money into a car, this or that. But hey, guys, pretty good day today. I recorded a lot of clips today. You know, I got my car back, went to work, did some school, all that good stuff. But anyways, I'm about to get headed back to the house.